Welcome to the Nyancast. I'm Jim.
And I'm Sam.
And fuck.
Welcome to another seasonal blend.
Yeah.
I kind of got to take a part two to our original Juni Taisen review.
Juni Taisen.
We watched up to, episode 4, I think, on our... 4 or 5?
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah, before the real two-parter.
So if you want to see the most dramatic heel turn of an opinion ever, go listen to how I felt about Juni Taisen.
Heel turn, then kind of went back, then kind of went heel again.
Heel turn, and then, my one foot got into position, and then immediately turned back around again.
This is a real flip-flapper.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we finished Juni Taisen, and we kind of thought with the new year coming, this would, or new year coming.
Got a bit of yearly.
Kind of with the Zodiac stuff, but yeah. So we finished it, and we're kind of,
I am really fucking angry.
Jim's really annoyed by the ending.
I know the whole show.
The whole show?
The whole show, yeah.
Okay.
I have a lot to talk about.
There's stuff I didn't like, and something that kind of redeemed a lot of the shit I did not like after we... Basically, once we hit the two-parter with Snake and Dragon, it got really
took a
bad.
nosedive.
So we probably...
Basically, wait, hold on a second. Yeah. Spoilers for everything in Juni Taisen.
Yeah.
We're going to be spoiling it. This is going to be essentially a spoilercast for Juni Taisen.
This is also like a part 2 to our review, so we probably won't go the complete details of the plot.
No.
Or at least,
I don't want to.
Or at least up to the first 4 episodes. So
I just want to kind of go into what we thought about the series.
Yeah, well, our first half went up to the two-parter episode, and either two-parter or right before the monkey episode.
Let me look it up, because I remember the very last one that I saw was the one with Tiger. So I think
after she fought the sheep.
Oh, Sheep. Sheep was the last episode that I'd watched.
Yeah, that's right.
Before we start. Okay, so yeah. So
episode 6 was good.
Episode 6 was really good. Okay, so if you're keeping score at home, episode 6.
Halfway.
We get an introduction of Sheep, who's this old dude. And, so yeah, basically, Juni Taisen, they're all different Zodiac people fighting, in case you haven't seen the first half. I don't know why you'd be
Battle Royale with people in their respective Zodiac animal outfits.
Yeah.
And they all have unique ability.
Except Sheep, which he's just an old guy.
He's very good with explosives.
That's it. That's his ability. Where other people can bring back from the dead.
And fly. And
walk through walls and fly.
Unlimited ammo.
Non-reload.
Transmutation.
Yeah.
It's transmutation, right?
Yeah, that's what they said, but we never actually fucking see it.
And Drunken Rage.
Yeah, so... yeah, we get Sheep, Sheep's story actually was really compelling. I really liked it.
He was a former winner. It showed him blowing up a space station, which was fucking awesome.
That was awesome. That scene was great.
I want more of that.
I love the idea that there was an era in the 80s where Juni Taisen was just we're doing this in space. We're bringing it to space. That's very interesting to me.
His only wish of winning was to see his grandchild be born.
I think, the whole thing was he couldn't get to her because of his deep mob connections or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole thing. Or maybe he couldn't find her. But yeah, so he pretty much lives with his it was a grandson. But they dressed like a daughter, which confused both of us when we watched. I don't know if you recall that.
Yeah, I guess so. But then again, I'm not too weirded out because of Party JoJo does that too.
I feel like that's just a
weird tradition.
Yeah, feminization of children in Japan seems to be
families. I guess it's kind of weird, but yeah. So that was a really good episode. But then he's running away from Ox that whole episode also while we're getting the flashbacks.
Yeah, which was neat. And it worked.
And then he's I got the mother of all bombs. I got the old timer bomb right here. And then
making the mother of all omelets, Jack.
I can't be afraid to break a few eggs.
Yeah. So okay, this is a Chekhov's gun. This bomb. Are you aware of what a Chekhov's gun is?
That just sounds like a plot, like a MacGuffin.
Yeah. So basically, this guy is playwright Chekhov. Whenever there's a gun introduced in the first act, it's going to be used in the third act. Yeah. So literally, the old timer bomb is a Chekhov's gun, and you're just
if there's unnecessary zoom in on something in their hands, it's probably going to be brought back.
Yeah, and for the longest time, I really thought they weren't going to bring it back, and I thought that was hilarious.
We did, yeah. We both was like, I got it. Then like Tiger comes in and like cuts his throat, and like takes cuts his stomach and like takes the gem. Mm-hmm. That's it. End of him.
Yeah, and like what a hilarious red herring that would be. We had this whole episode where he's like, this old timer bomb is going to win me the game, and then he just gets his stomach slashed open. We never see it, but we do see it. Spoilers.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about the 2-parter?
Oh, that because of the first episode, the episodes went by like great, like quick. They felt like they went by quick, and you like really enjoyed.
They're well paced.
Like it was a good mix of flashback and current time, and with like all of them. And fucking the 2-parter of first off, the 2-parter about one guy who died like off screen, like you didn't really see until this episode, and his brother who's just kind of flying above the air, and they're supposed to be their whole gimmick that they're twin. They're like. They're twins who work together very well, and then
steal money.
There's only one. Yeah, they're thieves. One can fly. The cold gun guy can fly.
Dragon flies. Snake. We never learn what Snake's power is.
No,
Snake's power never comes into play. All he does is have a gun that shoots fire, or
a flamethrower.
Flamethrower, yeah. And then where Dragon shoots ice, if I recall correctly.
Yeah,
wait.
He's an ice gun. He has an ice gun.
Yes, okay. Because I'm thinking later when Tiger gets the gasoline tank and drinks it. That was because that was.
We'll get to that.
That was the corpse to Snake.
But yeah. So
I also just want to say, okay, for me, this show started to lose me when I realized, and whenever there was a character, an episode that introduced a character, that was going to be the episode the character died.
Yeah, or the episode. Well, Monkey also she died like an episode or two after that, though.
I think so. I think that's when it started to. Yeah, but like it started to lose me.
I'm trying to look up the Wikipedia has his answer to us if he had a power or not, because I am generally curious.
I'm sure it's explained right? in some.
He has a radar-like sense by feeling vibrations in the ground. Oh, because that's how he saw without his head.
Oh, I just assumed that was something that the corpse could do.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Rabbit is pretty much OP. That's another problem with the show. Rabbit is like way too OP.
Okay, we'll get the. He didn't get an episode though, which is really
not
weird.
Only can Rabbit kill people and bring them back to life, and they're under his control. He can use the people that he kills to bring people under his control.
But he never gets sliced up. He can continue as like a flying CGI corpse. Alright, so let me finish up with Dragon Snake. Their 2-parter was not very interesting.
This was the nosedive for me. This is when I started hating the show.
This is like the one character that got like a noble 2-parter like listed in the episode, like part 1 and part 2. And it was just like a boring thing of like these two. It was mostly flashbacks, and the only thing they showed of current time was like I think the dragon flying and just watching. And
which is really exciting to just see a guy standing in the air.
Yeah. So it was just like oh they okay. All you gotta do is tell they stole. They're thieves. That's all you gotta show. But they showed like multiple flashbacks, them like stealing and under trial, like them at. It
was an optional trial where they just could not show up if they didn't want to.
Yeah, optional trial, and it was just like boring. Where like episode 6, you got the whole sheep's last go. We got horses horses killed. Like a lot of shit happened, and then you got horses flashback in that one as well, and that just got a lot of happening. Like you learn about everyone though. Where this one was like a 2-parter, a slow 2-parter about a character that's already dead.
Yeah,
and a character
I care immensely.
And a character that we haven't seen like at all until that part, like other than the first episode, like first 2 episodes.
Yeah,
like he's just flying above city, and it was just dull. It's not like Chicken, who had a really cool, and like even Dog had like action in his flashback scenes, like where you gotta like, even Horse, you got a little preview of like what their fighting is like and what they went through, and like them it's just like they have fire gun and cold gun and their abilities that they can fly, and one has a radar sense. Like what's the fun of that?
There's none fun. No fun allowed.
Yeah, so those 2 episodes I felt really fucking dragged each show. But
that was when it really... So I think it's important to say... Wait. So the animation quality has always been very sketchy.
Yeah, wait, one more thing I want to say about the dragon. At the end of 2-parter, he's like, okay, I'll finally attack now. And Rabbit just gets flung up by zombie monkey into him and killed instantly. Then he's in pieces of even half, and like a fucking CGI.
This is what I want to get to. Okay.
Alright, I'm sorry. I'm going to go into that.
Yeah, so the show, the animation... Okay, episode 1... did a really good job at blending CG and 2D, and like you can tell they put a lot of care into blending it. Like, so a character would be a CG model, and then it would kind of seamlessly go into 2D.
Boar was like the actual like interpretation of that style. Yes, exactly. Blending it like perfect.
And we never see her ruined by it because she gets killed off so early. But so later on, as the show would go, like I'm seeing this stuff late, maybe even episode 1, characters had very rough outlines to the point where it looked like a rough pass, like a first pass, and they didn't like.
You keep constantly saying, like,
every time I notice it,
outlines.
It pisses me off because it looks unprofessional, it looks unfinished. Because it's not even like, oh, this is the intended look. It's like, no.
It's not a style.
Yeah, because other characters aren't rendered that way, so it looks like a mistake. Mm-hmm. So then we slowly start getting CG models just like introduced.
I feel the first, like up to episode 6, though, like this, or I guess even the twins, I know the twins is when I first started, but I think every character up to episode 6 was like good.
Yeah. Like, if they use CG, they use it in a really good way where they would blend. Like, it seemed almost like they were drawing over it in some scenes to, like, transition it. Mm-hmm. And it worked. Like, the first episode has a really awesome sequence where Boar is, like, doing a Metal Gear assassination. Yeah. And it looks really good. But then we hit a point at the end of episode 7 when, I think it was then, when Rabbit kills Snake, when you see what it's saying. He gets split in half.
And Dragon, Snake, and
Tiger.
Are about fighting Tiger and Ox. And it's like them in, like, pieces, and it looks so fucking
It becomes a video game. It becomes a, like, RPG, like, all the enemies are lined up in a row, and also they're waiting to attack.
From FPS lag of that's plague CG,
which it hadn't really before.
No,
before the CG was pretty good,
and up to that point, on, you notice how bad, and they used a lot of CG. But from there on, it was not very good.
Yeah, Boar almost was, not Boar. Ox was almost exclusively rendered in CG, and the way that his coat had a lot of like designs on it, they looked very poor in my opinion. Especially when he moved, it just looked very odd. Mm-hmm. We get
so after that shitty 2-parter, the main thing is like Tiger and Ox. So Tiger she's my second favorite after Chicken. The girl.
I like that she drank herself into like mental retardation. I thought that was that was an interesting. I love
the part where she drank gasoline. I thought that was
that was really funny.
That was ridiculous. I loved it though, but her whole thing of like she's like. Fucking gets traumatized, like PTSD in there, except when she's like drunk.
So she self-medicates.
So she has to like be constantly drunk to actually like be functional.
Speaking of which,
yeah, Jim, keep drinking. You're not in beverage talk yet, so put your drink down. So her whole thing, like she was saved as by the Ox, I think it was.
Yeah, Ox. Because Rabbit is attacking her, and what he does is, like, since his, like, Snake's arms are cut off or whatever, they start, like, wrapping themselves around.
Because she wants to fight him because she has a vendetta against him. That's a whole, like, mystery there, and then...
But then we actually see Tiger and Ox help each other by, like, getting the snake arms off them.
He burns it while she, like, foams up gasoline that she just drank.
Then, flash forward.
But, yeah, her flashback, like, she was, like, on a mission, and, like, Ox, like, covered her because she was a civilian, so she got to know him by like under the guise of like a civilian, and she like admired him.
Yeah.
And her whole thing is like wanted to see him again. I think that's why she was really in the like or to be noted as a warrior by him, or I think it was. And he just never remembers her at all. The entire thing.
This is really when I started like noticeably talking over the show more than I'm listening to it because I started hating it so much.
This episode also went slow because there was a lot of flashbacks, and the parts that he did cut back was them about to fight Rabbit, and they were like in stun lock CG. Like I'm not even kidding you. They were just locked in the same pose, just talking and their eyes moving. I think a little bit.
It looks so bad. Yeah,
it was really weird.
It just like I just have like a flashback to like seeing them try to get creative with camera angles and CG and it.
She just kept it like the old style of mixing it, but yeah,
they couldn't afford it. They definitely couldn't afford it with the allocation of resources.
The part where Rabbit just comes in, like they're about to go fight him, and then he just slash in half like immediately, and then like
no, but he bit his lip. Which
I know
means that
he bit his tongue.
He can like
he bit his tongue, and then
but that means that he killed. Like, okay, so this is the rules are just really whatever they want him to be.
Wait, do you remember the CG, like, legs running? Just the legs?
Yeah.
That was fucking amazing.
That was really good.
It's so bad.
But so the whole thing is, like, Rabbit needs to kill someone to turn him into a zombie.
Anyone he personally kills, will turn into a zombie, like, in, like, a minute or two.
But then he just, like, bites his tongue and then someone kills him.
But I think he can also just like I don't know. He was able to control himself. He's still alive. The only way he can like really like completely die, I guess, with burning or
it's fucking dumb, and I hate it.
It is dumb. Yeah, the power came really dumb. But so Tiger basically like they tie him up, and the body almost kills Ox, where Tiger jumps in front and gets killed, or she's dying, and she's like, Ox, you have to let the warrior kill me, so I don't become like one of those things. And he does. It's really sad, and. I mean, yeah, that was the end of her thing, but, like, yeah, Ox gets off, and then he's, like, fucking, Rabbit comes back, like, this huge, like, flesh monster. That was really cool, except that it was, like, completely censored, but it's not really their fault, I want to say.
Oh, it definitely is their fault.
Well, Japan censorship. But, yeah, it looked really fucking cool.
So what happened was... Since Monkey was killed, Monkey was able to use her powers apparently to combine the corpses.
She tied him up with like fucking belts.
Well, she tied one part up with a belt, but there were so many sections that she couldn't have tied all of them up. She had to use her power. I think she used her powers.
I don't know. There's a lot of times she could have used her powers.
Her fucking non-explained powers. But so Monkey...
She trained with actual monkeys, though.
She did. Also, remember, there's just monkeys that talk?
There's just actual monkey monks.
They're monkey monks. Oh, I hate this garbage show.
It goes like about gritty realism to like...
Monkey living in her apartment with her adorable husband.
Her whole story of like trying to get world peace, but then she also trained with monkeys?
Fuck this stupid piece of shit.
Hilarious. Ox says...
Look, the show's so unimportant that Crunchyroll didn't even update the fact that they're not going to simulcast any more of it.
Who cares? And then, so we got the whole crap with, really cool. The one clip really cool how, like, Monkey bursted out of him out of nowhere, like, while he was fighting it.
I kind of hated that.
I like that. I thought that was pretty clever.
I guess.
I was always saying, where the fuck is Monkey? And I thought she was gone, but she kind of bursted out like the Kool-Aid Man. But, like... I like that, though.
I just hated so much of what was happening. I couldn't see past it.
But then, but the one thing I didn't like, she, like, basically gets Ox on the ground and goes...
But she won't kill him.
Yeah, he doesn't kill him or do the order. He just monologues, and then Rat comes in, has the old-timer bomb.
The mother of all bombs.
Mother of all bombs, and then everyone blows up and he wins. That's it.
So, okay, here's the fan theory.
There's no fan theory about this
Monkey was pinned him down, but wouldn't kill him. Do you think that was, like... Maybe her pacifism was still like...
I think it's just stupid monologue, time-stopping shit.
But, like, he tried to kill himself and she didn't let him.
Yeah, I don't know how he tried... but how...
You said cyanide pill, which made the most sense to me.
I'm guessing he said, I'm gonna kill myself, and she didn't. She took out a tooth, but I guess, like, how you know he has a cyanide, like, pill?
Because fucking bullshit.
And like he didn't say he had like a cyanide pill, and like I don't know, man.
Whatever, but she clearly stopped him from trying to kill himself.
Yeah.
So why? What is the purpose of this thing happening?
Fuck if I know, man. Maybe because Rabbit, they couldn't think completely. He was kind of cut up in the fucking pieces.
What's Rabbit's end game? Like he
wants to be friends with everyone. We got that in the
spoilers. All right, so
let's talk about.
I want to talk about the last episode.
Episode and a half because it was Rat.
So, Rabbit wins. Or
Rat.
Rat wins. And now we finally learn his power, which you had said before you thought was like time travel.
Yeah.
Which I guess is kind of correct. It's in a way.
The best way I can explain it is...
It's ReZero. If you've seen ReZero.
But it's like choose your own adventure book where you choose... imagine up to 100 times you can pick a path. And if you don't like what you read, only don't take your finger off. You can go back and reread it and do another one. So he tries to get out of like the room with the head guy, and like each 100 way of trying to not to cooperate with him, he ended up dead in every single possible way. So he took the last possible way just to cooperate with him, and he lived, and he said he could lock on to that one. So that basically like. Add it to the timeline. Like, you have all these options, and then you're just picking one to add to the timeline, kind of.
Yeah. Maybe I'm stupid, or maybe I'm too smart, but this power doesn't make sense to me. I mean, okay, it does. I get it on, like, a very surface level. Like, I get to choose what reality I want, is essentially what it is. Mm-hmm. But the way they explain it, like, is there a reason why he's limited to 100? Like, he doesn't need to be 100 every time.
A lot of the powers are limited, though, in this show.
That's true, but, like, is it, like... 100 per save? Let's say it's like a save. Is it like 100 per save, or is it like
I think
100 total?
think it's 100 total. He knows whatever he wants, but at the 100, he has to lock on, or he probably
dies,
or automatically goes, or maybe he just automatically goes with the last one that was picked,
which would be him dying. 99 times out of 10, 100.
So that's what I think with the power. I can check and see if like.
My problem is maybe in the light novel there's fucking 14 paragraphs describing it, but in this show the way they chose to explain it was pretty vague, and I mean I guess it's not that important. I'm kind of being a little nitpicky, but it just annoys me. And like the idea, like when Rabbit kills someone and he controls them, like he's killed. We see realities where Rabbit kills Rat. Why doesn't he suddenly now have the power to create all these alternate realities? Like
he said. Remember the one flashback with like him being like at the sword. He's like, I have a power that it won't be useful if I'm dead. It's like
he said it won't be useful to you if I'm dead.
Yeah.
So that was a bargain for his own life.
Well, I guess because people know about Monkey. Because I'm guessing the Rabbit knew about Monkey because she's kind of a big figure in the world, and everyone probably knows her power.
She's the Paris Hilton of this universe.
But Rat, no one knows anything about Rat. That was his thing. He's kind of invisible, like he was in school.
Yeah.
He's just like not existent. So I'm guessing no one knew his power. So if he died, he didn't know his power. He couldn't get into the mind or anything. You have to know what they do.
Yeah, that's true. But it's also just like
that's why
I guess that's I don't know. There's too much of a gray area. I get what you're saying though.
Yeah.
I hate the show.
All right,
and I don't want it to win.
So you have to make your wish. I'll give you time. Just give me a call and I'll grant your wish. And then he's at school. His normal.
The whole last episode is him just like, do I want this girl's underwear to be? I want to see this girl's underwear.
Yeah, he's just doing all the options. You can see all the options come up and like.
And then he goes back before he made the wish.
But he also talked about in an interview before in the episode, that like he did like all these different routes and everything.
Yeah.
And, like he had like one like hit off with Rabbit on one of them, and like
which was like funny that we actually got to see that.
Yeah, so there's also different timelines, like different like team ups, and like it showed like roughly like every time it showed a flashback in the last episode where he would ask what they would wish for every person he teamed up with in each different like route,
interactions,
different route. So this dog like wanted to but he wanted to protect. He wanted to protect his daughter with like his
adopted daughter.
Yeah, he has your preschool teacher. We find out
he works at a preschool.
He works at a preschool, and like the girl he rescued on like the mission we saw his like, action mission was like him rescuing a girl there, or or at least like his mission might have been to like return the girl, but he probably kept her for himself to keep her safe, which would have been so like oh my god, I think he made him like great better character from like what we saw before.
Yeah,
like Chicken wanted to get out of the assassin life, but wanted to be a normal person with like her wish.
Yeah.
Horse wanted more talent, like old man wanted eternal youth and everything.
It's really interesting, like in retrospect. But like, this is my big problem with the show. If I could change one thing, if I won Juni Taisen, my one wish would be remake Juni Taisen, but have it from Rat's point of view from the whole show.
Yeah.
So we see these characters, we get the development when it actually happens. And then we have him constantly going back and like,
or have a fast paced show where each episode's like a different like route kind of thing.
That would be interesting too. Yeah, like have him see how he like kind of what's the word like
tries to get it right.
Yeah, like how he like hammers his head against the wall until he finds the right action.
Yeah,
there's like a word for that. It's like how he brute force. See how Rat brute forces his way through the show. That would have been interesting, and then we would have seen him like jump around and like he would have connections with characters. We'd understand his whole thing where he's like, oh like. This character, I have a connection with them even though they don't know me, and that would be like interesting. And instead of just like essentially it's a twist. Like Rat's power is just a twist that they throw at the very end.
I just kind of wish where like you get like your character development and then you die like an episode later or during the episode. Like if anything, they should have kind of like I don't know some other way to get the character development, or like have a season, have like a basically the stuff leading up to the show would have like releases like the character backstory, like 10-minute shorts of like the backstory or something like that.
Yeah, just like anything else.
Yeah,
because like it tries to do what Monica does, where like Monica has like an episode of spoiler alert for Monica Magica. Skip to the next like 40 seconds. Monica has a thing halfway through where you find out there is a character who's been living a repeat. He's living through the same...
Groundhog Day.
Yeah, essentially. And it even jumps into other timelines and saying, like, oh, in this timeline, everything got fucked up. In this character, even though she's cute and loves everyone, she got killed, went crazy and killed everyone.
My favorite timeline.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because you're like, oh wow, we never saw anything like this, but these are characters that we've already known and they're developed. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting to see what they do. This show is like the reverse. It's like here we see everything the characters do, and then at the last fucking 5 minutes, we're gonna develop them.
Would it be cool? Like you have this thing, but like first thing you establish is Rat's power, but then each season will follow each character their winning like that
them, would be really neat,
like them winning the thing and like looking good. Like, that'd be really cool. Then you have different matches up,
or at least each arc, maybe not a whole season.
Yeah, arc, something like that, where like you get like how they won and their wish, and then like their aftermath kind of thing, like their ending.
Yeah, and it could be like a character study, and like. It would be better than just like we rush through a flashback, we rush through their death scene.
Because Boar had one of the best, like
objectively best.
Best design. Design was like the
style. I was gonna say Wish.
No, I'm gonna get there. Style, like cool ability, like their like origin was like crazy.
Her origin was the best one.
Yeah,
by far.
Probably the best origin. And then her wish, when we find out, was Rat with like that she wanted a harem with like 3.5 million.
Literally every man on Earth. Literally every man on Earth she wants in her harem.
She drove her sister to suicide and killed her family just so she could like get a harem, which is great to think about. But like, and then you get her, you learn more about the family, and then like you maybe you get some kind of like thing with a regret in her head, maybe maybe she's haunted by like Vader's sister, but she's probably too sadistic in the show, like really like shut up. But like something like that. Maybe she has like something she has to fight with in her head mentally, or maybe just like get over something.
Anything.
And then it follows her, like, her winning it, her journey, or maybe someone like Tyra reminds her of her sister or something like that, and she like has to like deal with that thing. That's like her final battle, where everyone has like their own like nemesis at the end. Kind of like a rival battle, kind of.
Yeah.
But
the problem is, what we want is more interesting, but what they want to do is Secret Wars. And like, just throw every Marvel action figure you own into a pit, and then they fight.
And the thing is, like, the Battle Royale kind of thing is as hot as it will probably ever be.
Yes.
And I think they kind of squandered. I don't see many people talk about this show that much.
Especially since it ended. It had hype early in the season, but this is like a post-mortem. Like, no one cares about this anymore.
Yeah.
They blew it.
Especially if you look, because we're at the Crunchyroll page, and you see like all like look at all the thumbnails, and tell me when it gets crappy, like
when all the girls go away.
After episode 6, it just looks kind of crap.
Interesting.
Like, look, you see, you kind of, can you tell what I'm talking about? Like, you
not really.
I can kind of see the character model look a lot better. Like,
oh, you mean like okay? I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Then it kind of gets like crappy 2D with like the dragon one.
The character models definitely look less appealing. As
Tiger looks kind of plain in line.
Yeah.
Like, you see the CG mess in 11.
I wish I could look at the ratings. Oh, this is interesting. So on Crunchyroll.
Oh wow.
The user ratings are like
3 stars. Is this episode or does this go by show?
This is the whole show.
Okay.
So this is about 100 ratings total or so. Yeah. But it's like almost equal. Like there's a few more 5 stars than other ones, but like,
an average rating of 3 out of 5 stars, 37 5 stars, 19 4 stars, 18 3 stars, 29 2 stars, and 19 1 stars. Which before we give our review of anything.
I'm actually thinking about that now.
So, do you have anything else you want to talk about on the show? If you want to rant about, or should we? Oh, we didn't talk about Rat's final wish.
Oh, we didn't. Okay.
So yeah, so his final wish, like contemplated bringing back Monkey or making everyone happy.
Yeah, he thinks of like 99 different ones.
Making his power to go up like 1,000 paths instead of 100, and he goes with not remembering. The
Juni Taisen.
Not remembering that he didn't make a wish.
Essentially,
that was his wish. That he didn't have that
or that he didn't have the potential to make a wish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then he just goes.
He goes to school and smiles.
Smiles and sleeps, and that's it. Which is like probably good for a character ending, but not for a show ending.
Yeah, that's when I was watching it, I was like, okay, if this is the last shot, I'm gonna be really mad.
And it was.
And it was, and I was really mad. But as you said, yeah, if you were to show spell out the whole plot to me, if you were just telling me like, oh yeah, and this is what happens, and then his final wish is to forget because he's so fucked up, I'd be like, okay, that's pretty clever. Like, but this is the conclusion it just makes everyone's efforts all for naught. Like,
yeah,
it makes everything inconsequential, and like especially how little I cared about it actually happening. It's like a double slap in the face.
I felt like the whole like friendship with Monkey would have like, okay, I think he'll bring her back if then he's one, and he doesn't. Like,
it's nothing. It's literally just him being.
He's like, maybe she wouldn't want it. I'm like, well, you did your wishes. It's kind of too late. She can kill herself, then she doesn't want it.
Because the whole thing is him, like, overcoming all these odds.
Yeah.
So you think, oh, I want to do something spectacular with it. But he doesn't. He doesn't overcome any odds. It becomes ignorant at the end.
Yeah.
Blissfully ignorant.
Yeah, so,
final middle finger.
So, I think I give it, like, a 2.5 out of 5 stars if I had to go by, like, 5 stars. I'm trying to think of a drink to compare it to. Because we do
it is season blend. Oh, let me think.
So give you a rating first.
Alright, I like to do it out of 10, personally.
Yeah, well, at 10, I think I give it a 6.
Really? 6?
The first half.
Okay,
First half of the show, because I like the half, and then a little, and like 1 or a little 2 from... 5.5, I think. Because I like the first half, and then a little tiny bit of the second half. So
for me, with an out of 10, I see like 5. Anything below 5 is like disappointing. Anything above 5 is like good, quote unquote.
Because I think there's stuff I liked in the first half a lot, and then like the second half kind of dropped. So I guess like
there was stuff I liked in the first half too, but the stuff in the second half dropped so hard. I'm gonna give this maybe like a 3 out of 10.
3.
I honestly like. It's not like horribly offensive, but it's not good, and like visually, it's bad. Like very bad.
Like the cars and the trains were very bad.
The character models look terrible most of the time.
Remember the
not
train,
even the CG ones.
The train stop was fucking jarring.
Yeah,
but
like I hate not. It's like it felt so amateur, like the design.
Yeah. I said I really liked the first 6 episodes, but I just did not care much and. I don't know, and I like the second to last episode with like the end, like at least the rat being like just showing his powers off. Yeah, I like that.
That
part.
Scene actually worked, and this isn't like I'm mad at the ending or whatever. Like the ending was bad, but like the second half of the show was bad. Like it fit, and not even like there were even like some not good parts in the first. I'm sure if I rewatched it, I would enjoy it a lot less than it. I was kind of riding the hype wave.
Yeah, you didn't like the dog stuff that much, but I think if it actually went to the whole daughter thing, I think it would have been like, oh, you feel sympathy for this character, and then he just gets killed suddenly would have been like way greater.
Yeah, like the stakes would have been higher rather than it's a dog guy that has. Like poison venom.
Yeah, where we got Ox whole thing about his sheep. I mean, about the whole thing about his family, and like kind of felt sad that he died. He won't get all this stuff he did for his family, only to be dead.
Yeah, and like another just overall thing I dislike is how like there's no real way they can set things up for later because they just kill the character at the end of every episode.
Yeah, and kind of like predictable. Also, if ever's in the track of like, oh god, we're getting their origin, that means they're dead, or they're gonna be dead in like an episode.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks.
It does. I don't know, this is a really good, like, look at anime. Like, this is what happens when anime is a slave to its source material.
Or they blow their budget, or blow their load on, like, the first half.
Yeah. So, which, I mean, like, every first episode is gonna look a lot better than the rest of the show.
Like, I still saw it looked good up to, like, a certain point.
It definitely was a slow burn into terribleness.
Yeah.
Visually, I mean.
Once this 2-parter hit, honestly.
That was a pretty clear, like, line. I'd like to track the community opinions too, because I know people disliked it earlier. I was still like kind of into it though.
Yeah.
And at least until
we were more so really in like the flashbacks. So like even the monkey one had like no action in it. It was interesting because like what she was as like assassin wise. So she wasn't like a killing assassin. She was just like a negotiator.
Yeah. I also I binged the first half, which I think
helped.
Is definitely, I don't know.
We binged up to like a 2-parter basically.
Yeah. Like, when I binge a show, you're able to kind of, like, have a more concise opinion about it. Mm-hmm. But this is just like, oh, I have to wait I waited a whole week, and I have all this garbage episode, all this fucking, it's a 2-parter, oh my god, it's double serving of shit.
So, if you had to compare it to, like, a drink in our seasonal blend rating system of, like, what's a drink that's good, that seemed good at first, but then, like, kind of, ugh.
It's like when you pour like milk into coffee, and you look at your coffee like, oh, this looks good, and you take a sip and you realize, oh, the milk's expired by 3 days. I just threw this whole cup away. It's coffee with expired milk in it.
I was gonna say more so you get your coffee and your sugar, like, oh, it's pretty good at first, and you kind of let it sit, and then you get to like that midway point where it gets warm, and you drink a lot of it, so you get that rush of sugar, and it's just gross and disgusting because they try to put because it's like too much, and it's just not very good, and you kind of have to throw it away after that. That's how it felt.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good.
Not even like the crate, like all the sugar rush of the stuff, like all the stuff you're trying to shove in your face, is just not very good.
Yeah. And then you get to the CG center of your coffee.
The CG is the sugar. The CG.
The globs of sugar at the bottom.
And the shitty, the shitty like backstory, the twins backstory and all that shit. It's like the cold coffee. So that's what I think.
All right, that's enough. I'm not going to talk about the show anymore.
So recommended? I'm guessing no.
I would definitely not recommend this show.
Right, watch the first episode and nothing else.
If you're like so obsessed with battle royale anime. You don't like PUBG, don't watch this show. There's no qualification.
If you really want to see it, watch the first episode, but don't go past the twins.
Yeah.
If you really, really want to, just don't go past
just just only watch the last episode, don't watch anything else.
I mean, you could.
Just pretend like it's a show about...
Watch the episode first and then watch the second last episode first and then... Or halfway through the second last episode. Where you get like him like explaining his powers kind of thing, and then we'll go back. Mm-hmm. So... Alright, any other thoughts or criticisms you want to say about...
Get it out of here.
About Zodiac Wars?
Fuck it. Trash. Whatever studio did this, I don't have very high expectations of them anymore.
I mean, they're trying to evolve CG, man.
I'm failing at every corner.
It always has been failing.
It sucks too, because I really thought this show
had a chance.
It showed it showed some pretty interesting CG scenes, and then it just blew it.
Almost broke the curse.
Alright, so let's move on.
So,
what have you done this week? That's interesting, or whatever. It's actually been a while, so I think it's been like 2 weeks.
It's not related to anime?
Well, cat girls, but we always break that rule anyway, so...
It's fine, not related to Christmas was nearby.
Christmas happened.
Yeah, Christmas happened.
We're a post-Christmas world.
Yeah. Notable things getting was like, what's it called? I got Bully Cooley, and I got Pokemon Ultra Sun, I think it was, so that's the main things I got. What's it called? I'm trying to think of anything I actually like watched, like not that we're about to rant about in a second or two. I haven't really watched much, anime. Oh, I watched these Jury OVA they made for Super Street Fighter 4.
Yeah,
it was pretty good. Like,
really,
I enjoyed it.
I'm
it's
shocked.
like it's actually it's like a 30 minutes, like actual 30 minutes. I think they might have done it for each character, but like it's basically her beating up like Guile, Chun-Li, and Cammy, which was pretty like fun to watch.
Yeah,
and like. I enjoyed it, and that was pretty cool. And then, alright, so I guess I'll rant about the CW stuff this time.
Do you really feel like you need to?
Alright, so it's like the mid-season finale stuff, and I watched the 3, comic book shows, so I want to ask you... Which are Arrow, Flash, and Legends of Tomorrow.
And Supergirl.
I don't watch Supergirl, fuck that. I'm going to ask you, what would be the point of a mid-season finale?
Well, you want to, jerk your audience viewers around so that they stick around for the rest of the season.
Yes.
So you have a big twist or whatever.
Have a good twist, a solid conclusion, and, or something kind of one kind of story to have a conclusion, and something to make them wait and come back and watch.
Yeah.
So let's go with the good ones. Legend of Tomorrow, the best one, because it had a good send off for a long original cast member. They left the show. And then the big clip that kind of come back to John Constantine, the guy from the NBC show, is on the ship and needs her help.
That sounds awful.
That's great because Constantine's the guy. That show's all. You watched the original the Constantine NBC show?
No,
it was good.
I like the comic too much.
It was good. He's great. Like he's perfect.
It just really upsets me to think that DC introduces Constantine as a hero. It just sucks.
Well, he's not a hero.
Well, I mean, he is though. Like.
He's a comic book hero, but like he's like an asshole though.
But like, you know what I mean? Like he's a superhero. They put him in with a fucking Batman and shit.
Dark, Justice League Dark.
Yeah, like no, thank you. Constantine is like he's not in the DC universe.
He is now.
That's
so are the Watchmen. So are the Watchmen. You see the comedians in there now?
I fucking care. I'm so fucking
Comedian
done
is there now. Yeah. So. Flash, they had it kind of with a big twist with the big bad, and now the twist was like these are spoilers by the way, but he got arrested. Barry Allen got arrested, like that thing, framed for murder. That's the thing that I think people come back though, right?
Sure.
And So Arrow does the stupid lame thing of like, so someone betrayed us, like, now the team split up, and like, there's all these legion of villains, but they're all lame villains that no one gives a shit about. Like, one leader's like a hacker, like no one fucking cares.
Felicity.
She's the fucking main villain, but still, like, it's just like Arrow does a lame job. Like, no, there's no real stakes. These villains are lame, and like no one gives a shit. We're letting tomorrow, like. You had a fun episode. You brought in John Constantine, which is like a big thing for like the people who like the DC TV shows, and like, and a character. You got a good send off for like a long time character. And Flash had their main villain, like, main character got arrested. How's he gonna get out of that? That's the basic 101 of like
TV shows.
Yeah, but you just don't like the team's broken up and these loser villains that you don't really know hardly anything about are together. I guess.
Sounds pretty bad.
It is bad, so fuck that. Legend Tomorrow is great. But yeah, that's basically it. No, that's it. That's basically it for me.
So I'm trying to remember. Okay, so
you want to talk about what you got for Christmas? Anything good for Christmas?
I got Your Name on Blu-ray.
Very good.
It's a movie that I like a lot.
We talked about that on our podcast.
Yes,
our early
I'm not
episode.
going to link it, but you can look it up. We have a whole episode where we talk about Your Name.
One of our earlier episodes.
I got the Devil May Cry games, some of the first like HD thing, which I'm playing. I got a lot of bar stuff. I'm really into like bartending and like not really bartending, but I'm really into like mixing drinks. So I got a lot of stuff for that. Like I have like ice cube molds that are like spheres, like perfect spheres, and I have ones that are like geometric shapes.
That's like the ones you put in like what is it? Like what's it?
Like whiskey.
Yeah,
generally it's really cool. They're so cool. I love them. But so yeah, just little stuff like that. Nothing too big. But I recently bought myself Movie Pass.
You've seen like 20,000
Yeah,
movies.
so this is what I wanted to. I don't want to go into every single one of them.
I'll give you the mic.
So far I've seen The Disaster Artist, the new Star Wars movie, Coco, Lady Bird, and The Shape of Water. I love going to the movies, so I have been using the hell out of this thing. The only reason I haven't the past few days is because holidays and like family, and I don't want to be like, hey, I'm gonna go see Downsizing. You guys enjoy your ham. I'm going to see Downsizing. I will see Downsizing soon, though.
I'm sure.
Because there's almost like nothing stopping me from seeing every movie, and it's kind of dangerous.
A little bit.
But I have to say, out of all the movies I watched, I would like to do maybe like a discussion about Star Wars with you on this channel, because I really am curious to see what you feel about it. And I like the new Star Wars. I have pretty favorable opinions about it.
Yeah.
Coco was fucking great. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I cried big tears at the end. It was me. I went alone, and it was me and this family, like family of 7 people. Old, like they had like grandparents and kids.
That was it.
And there might have been like another family there. It was like a 1
That's
p.m.
like
show.
when I saw Jumper.
But I was fun fact: Jumper directed the new Star Wars movie.
That's something.
Oh wait, not Jumper. Looper.
Oh,
very different movies. Very different movies. Sorry. All right. So I won't spoil it, but Coco has a lot of very emotional moments.
Uh-huh.
Near the very end, I was fucking weeping. Like I was like holding back, like like I was holding the back tears, and I was like, I cannot cry in front of this family of fucking 7, which is funny to me. I also saw Lady Bird, which if you are into like coming of age feminist,
I'm not.
Yeah, I guess you could also call it feminist. It was really fucking good. I don't like rating all these movies because I haven't. I have to, like,
just to say, would you recommend or would not recommend?
Highly recommend Lady Bird. It's really well shot. It nails that kind of like post 9/11, like growing up in a place that you don't want to be, but then kind of realizing that you have such a strong connection to that place that it's a lot of your identity, which I feel is really relatable for a lot of people who've gone to college, gone away. And I also saw the new Guillermo del Toro flick, The Shape of Water.
Yeah.
Which is a prequel to Hellboy. Just kidding. Where a mute woman falls in love with a fish monster.
As they do. It
was pretty good. I didn't love it, but
it's a fine.
Yeah, the visual effects are fantastic.
What you expect from Del Toro?
Yeah, the acting's really good. The main character is fucking phenomenal.
The fish one or the girl?
The girl. Okay. She's really the main character. The fish isn't really the main character. Oh. But she's mute, so she's like fucking sighing the whole time. And there's a few scenes in particular that are incredible. Like the amount of like passion she's putting into her role, or
you gotta do a lot of acting with your face.
Yeah, She kind of sold the movie for me, to be honest, because there were a lot of stuff that kind of fell flat. But yeah, I'd like to recommend Movie Pass to everyone. It's fucking awesome, actually. $10 a month, and you can see a movie a day.
Yeah.
I cannot get enough of it.
Yeah. Anything else?
I tried to watch some more Blend S, and I didn't like it. I only like the OP.
That's a lot of people say. I'm pretty sure.
I
watch our Blend S seasonal Blend episode before that.
Yeah. I'm watching a little Yu Yu Hakusho.
Good. That's going good.
Yeah, it's really good. It's just fun. Botan is the ultimate babe. I love her.
Yeah, I haven't been watching like anime that much.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, I'm watching a YouTube channel that just like riffs like on anime. It's called like Anime Bomb, where they just kind of riff on like a random anime they grab from a box, which has been pretty entertaining. You do like I just watched like Legend of Zelda episode. It's pretty entertaining. Like, this show's so bad.
I've been wanting to get into an anime series lately. Like, I've been watching a lot of movies and like, I really want to sit down and like watch a show.
I might rewatch like Fully Cooley again to have it on DVD, but like
it'll take you all of 2 hours.
Playing Pokemon, kind of something to listen. Like, that's how I did. I had like Full Metal Alchemist. I'll make models. I was able to like listen to the dub while like doing models, and it was a good dub. Like, I like some shows had more like solid dubs I could do that with.
Yeah, I really want to watch the Recovery of an MMO Junkie. I feel like that show's right up my alley.
Yeah,
and I didn't want to start it before it finished because I hate waiting for shows to finish.
Yeah, I'll see what other shit's on my watch list. Let's see.
I haven't even looked at like season. What is it? Winter season?
I haven't looked either. I don't keep up with that. I don't watch that many like seasonal animes. Like,
well, you do now.
Neither one of us have really been like. You've been more.
The past year, I've kind of gotten into seasonal anime, but I hate it.
Stuff I try to watch, I haven't been like into that much. Like, other than Restaurant.
Yeah.
So, and how many people talked about that one? But we fucking loved it. We should have done. We probably could do it. That's that's like last season. I would love to. We should an entire episode on that, but we did.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We only watched the first few episodes before we.
We did. Yeah, we had our original like Nyancast thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Because we thought it was a cat girl, but it wasn't. It was a dragon girl.
Yeah. Well, she was the demon, but yeah, the dragon girl, elf girl was dragon.
The reason I chose it was because the picture was a girl. It was the dragon. And I thought it was a cat girl.
It still works. We done dragons.
Yeah. Oh, we do dragons. Oh, speaking of which, you got me the 2 first issues or
Kobayashi's
chapters, whatever, of Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid. When I was reading those, I really love the art style. It's really interesting. It's very cute.
I'll get you 2 mangas in a random game. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got me Danganronpa 1 and 2. I've started those. I haven't really gotten too deep into them yet.
Nope.
But all right, this has been dragging a bit. I'm just like.
Do you want to do your beverage talk?
Oh, of course. I unfortunately just finished it, but I was enjoying a nice eggnog Kahlua this episode. Sam was enjoying a
mango brisk
from Taco Bell, which we had earlier.
Yes.
Filling our bellies.
Jim been drinking tonight, so.
I've
been the one rambling more.
I've just been madder. The alcohol made me a little angrier tonight because like I already hated Juni Taisen, but the little bit of liquor I've had on me has really channeled my rage.
Did it piss you off more than Bravery at End of Soul Eater, the ending?
Wait, Bravery?
When she beat the bad guy with the Bravery punch?
Honestly, I've forgotten so much of Soul Eater's ending. Soul Eater's ending was so nothing to me that I've forgotten all of it.
Apparently the manga's ending's even worse.
That's what I'd heard too.
So I'm actually interested to see what the difference was.
Yeah, I don't know. There's been endings that I've hated more, but normally I'm not the kind of person that an ending will ruin a thing for me. Like, I have a friend from high school, or friend from college who he read like everything that would come out of the manga.
Yeah.
But if an ending was bad, it would sour everything for me. He would fucking hate it.
If a ending really soured you on something, leave a comment about that.
Yeah, that'll be the podcast question of the week.
Hopefully. So, or what beverage are you drinking? Also.
Oh yeah.
Put that before the spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right.
And I haven't really drank anything special other than you made a Swiss Kiss that one time we were over.
I had a lot of those on Christmas.
Those are good. Those are good though.
So, basically, if you're not aware, I think we already explained it before. Danger 5. It's a fictional cocktail from it. Essentially, is 1 part vodka, 2 part cream de cacao, and finish it with milk. And boy howdy, it's fucking good. It's like a kind of like an alcoholic chocolate milk.
Yeah.
It's close to that. It's kind of like a White Russian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a mixologist. I'm really into the mixing.
Jim's a mixer, yeah. Or just leave a comment of a mixed drink Jim should try to make.
Yeah, tell me. I love
a beverage.
I for the first time had a Negroni. We had everything for it, and I made a Negroni, and let me tell you, it was pretty bad.
I'm sure. So, any other beverages you want to talk about? Or are you going to keep this beverage talk short this week, I guess?
I want to go a little more. There's one other thing I had I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, you're the drinker. I kind
of
drink iced tea.
I made an old-fashioned, or like a proper old-fashioned, but it wasn't very good. Because it was just mostly fucking bourbon, as an old-fashioned
That sounds gross.
Yeah, you wouldn't like it.
No.
I like the doctored up old-fashions where it's like, oh, we're going to put like orange juice and like grenadine and like all this stuff that doesn't belong in an old-fashioned.
No.
This has been Liquor Talk. It's been Rupert Talk.
Beverage Talk.
It's been Rupert Talk this week. Anything else you want to say? Any last words before I refuse to let you say anything about Juni Taisen ever again?
I'm going to talk about how great chicken was, but where can they find us, though, Jim? That's all I got to say.
Sorry, I'm stretching.
Better.
Check us out on iTunes. Leave us a like, or leave us a rating, or I think you can like on iTunes.
You can review.
You can yeah.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe as well. I haven't checked our iTunes feed in a very long time, so I have no idea if we actually have any subscribers from there.
Probably not.
Any new subscribers, I should say.
It's fine.
Probably not. Also, what I primarily look at is YouTube, because YouTube has a really easy analytics thing, and I can keep track of how our episodes do. So, the little behind the curtain talk. Check us out on YouTube. Yeah, as I said, comment. Check us out. Check out other episodes. If you like this episode, I recommend our Blendest episode, because it's the seasonal blend we've done.
Yep. And we also have a sister podcast that we do called Joe Kakaka, which we review Part A JoJo, and also have the Spoilercast for other parts of JoJo. It's definitely from 5 to 7, and most of 8. They're still ongoing. So we have that. Check that out. Anything else?
And that's it.
That's it.
Else to say.
All right, and I guess this is it. We probably have a big. Hopefully, we have the next thing we episode of Nyancast we do is a big one to start the new year.
It's kind of like the reason why we started the Nyancast.
Exactly,
actually.
And we're gonna have some interesting things which we've teased a little bit. Let's just say it costs $30 on Steam. And
it's not a video game.
And it's not a video game.
I swear.
It's for 60 minutes, and someone paid $10,000 to voice their OC, and we'll talk more about that
when we do it. All right, I've been Jim.
I'm Sam.
Have a nice day.